Now to discuss this, we are joined by National Secretary, retired members of Nigerian Armed Forces, Dr. Roy. Dr. Roy, thank you for joining us at this time.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
Dr. Roy, please, can you describe the late Muhammadu Buhari as a president and his legacy?
Well, thank you for that opening question. But let me first apologize to certain persons that might be watching this program and may not be comfortable with my position. I'm going to be looking at the late president based on his status as a military veteran. So I do not go into the quagmire of politics, ethnicity, and religion. As a military veteran to military veteran community, we are not satisfied.
Dr. Roy, okay.
I'm coming. I'm just trying to manage my emotions. You remember we have series of protests by military veterans. And that protest we were having, our lives were at stake. And this president was on seat. The Minister of Defense was a veteran. The National Security Advisor was also a veteran. We lie down or lay down in front of the Ministry of Defense for 2 days. So many soldiers, officers, were begging for attention while we had this president in power for 8 years. I think it's not a good report. Thank you.
Based on what we know and what we've seen, we see that corruption was part of his administration. Do you believe that this translated into real institutional changes?
Well, I don't think that the corruption, anti-corruption fights affected us properly. Because if you look at the SDA, Security Debarment Allowance, that allowance is something that is supposed to empower you to start up a trade or anything for your future, you know, and there are current soldiers that are leaving the military right now, both officers and men. They are getting their full payment. But they forget that there are veterans that are getting peanuts spread over 3 years to be paid in installments of quarterly payments. And you want those category of people to be happy? There are veterans that I speak to you now that are begging for jobs. And all of these things were things we forwarded to the ministry. And after our protest, when they pay these monies, our president gets alert because he's a veteran. The Minister of Defense gets alert. The National Security Advisor, we get alert. But when we're on protest, they stand by their window watching us. Must we always protest before we get our benefits? Why is it a norm for military veterans to always come out on the street protesting, putting their peanut monies together to facilitate a protest before approvals will be made? Then after approvals are made, somebody will come out and tell me it is in the time of General Buhari that certain amount of money were released. Released after protest. Released after people have staked their lives, risked their lives to travel at night, to gather together in Abuja, to protest. That is when it is released. And somebody claims ownership of that victory. It's not allowed.
Dr. Roy, thank you for that answer. Can you tell us how you would assess the operational efficiency and accountability of the Nigerian Armed Forces and Police under Buhari's regime?
Like I said at the opening, I will speak from the comfort zone or discomfort zone of a military veteran. Now, everyone in uniform today even you as a journalist, you are looking at your exit plan. You know, policemen come out to cry. DSP of police, he said his money is 2 point something million naira or something like that. Military veterans, they are crying every day because where they live, they are being kidnapped. They live in slums. They cannot affect proper accommodation for themselves in secured areas. You know, now if you are serving in the military or the police, what kind of preparation, exit plan would you have? We have generals facing court martials today that are in procurement and other payment platforms that have opportunity to divert funds. They will do it. The military officers that were sincere, patriotic, today, most of them cannot pay their children's school fees. So if you have people in government for 8 years and they cannot impute proper exit plan for military veterans, they cannot correct the error made upon the exit plans of other military veterans. Are you calling that credibility? You know, and if I'm serving in the military today, or I want to join the military today, definitely I will be aiming at enriching myself, providing opportunities for myself, because there is an abandonment plan and character by the government that I'm coming to serve. Policemen today that join the police, in the police force, many of them are arrested. They said they sold their father's property to join the police. Some parents are crying that they sold their property to bribe for their children to join the police. What kind of direction is that? Is that citizen not going there to be unpatriotic? There are no plan for a veteran today that their children that are educationally astute will be able to apply for CBN or NNPC and get a job. You know, there is no plan for veterans that come out and are able-bodied and are able to get a job as a veteran. Even those that are professors cannot be assigned to universities to lecture as lecturers. You know, so the health plan that we have today, the medical system, the president's wife came out. She shouted to the whole world that the hospital in the Aso Rock is nothing to write home about. He cannot treat a dog, you know, and every president go out of the country for treatment. Now, military veterans, till date, we cannot account for a proper health plan. So many are dying every day. I went to Warri to meet Major Ogaga. Major Ogaga called me in Warri that I should come, that he wants to die. There are no treatment for him. He didn't steal any money in the army. Today, Major Ogaga is dead. Who will come and talk about the goodness of Major Ogaga that died under the mismanagement of a health plan of a country that he served and gave his life? Then somebody is going outside to treat themselves and they die there and come back. And when they come back, and we come and be singing nonsense on TV. How many military veterans have died from poor treatment? I lost my right eye because of poor treatment in the military medical system. Today, I buy treatment for myself, for my eye. Many soldiers are sick. They go to their villages for treatment. Who is there to come and cry for them? Even officers that didn't steal, major generals, they are dying of hypertension, hypertritis, different kind of colon diseases that cannot be treated by the medical system for veterans. Who is going to cry for them? Today, we are crying for someone that sat on the seat for a long time as a military officer, sat again for another 8 years, and could not put together proper permutations to effect a medical system for military veterans. They are dying every day. Go and get the statistics. As I speak to you, soldiers that die, their wives and families, they are abandoned. They are not taken care of. There are even those that have medical onboardment. They were reduced in payment and they have gunshot wounds. Explosive devices shattered their bodies. They are there in hospitals languishing without proper medical care. and somebody is telling me that I should come and give accolades to someone that can sign an executive order and say military veterans should get the best benefits, which will encourage people to join the military and encourage those serving to have an exit plan. No accommodation, no opportunities for employment for the children, no recognition. Even at the airport, nobody will tell you come and board first for a veteran. Go to where we go to schools. There are no recognition on the portals. Immigration, every other organization that is doing recruitment, military veterans, there is no column there to say, are you a military veteran? Identify if you are a military veteran. Even military veterans with disability, globally, they are recognized. Why are we selective? Why are we political, ethnic, and religious in our permutations for proper landing, for safe landing, and proper education of the benefits that accrue to military veterans? People will not like me. I don't care. But the truth remains that the 8 years we had General Buhari in power, military veterans begged, fought, cried, laid on the ground, languished, and protested before they were given their benefit. And he cannot claim the ownership of that victory. Thank you very much.
Dr. Roy, we sympathize with you on how you feel and what you've experienced in the force. Let's just, we sincerely sympathize with you on how you feel. But moving on, I would just like to ask you one last question, that how would you rate Buhari's performance in managing national security on a scale of 1 to 10, sir?
Well, if you give me a scale of 1 to 10, I would not like to use your scale. I would like to come into the balance. Now, we have General Buhari as a military officer. Very, very different from General Buhari as a politician. Now, the General Buhari that came back as a political democratic president must, mark my words, must synchronize with the political system and activities that are going on under the party that he belongs to, or he will have to resign from that party and step down as president. Now, if he has resigned and stepped down as president, then I will be able to say, I can say some permutations in the 1 to 10 you are asking me about. If he had not gone into plea bargain for all of those criminals, if he has not gone into de-radicalization process and let us deal with criminals that kill citizens of Nigeria, if he had not gone into politics in some decisions that will not follow implementation, don't get me wrong, a political decision, a political statement, an executive order that is not implemented was made for a political reason. And that reason is to aggrandize themselves and their political plans. Because of that, I cannot say that I had a president in that period that stood the ground of whom we know when he was a military president. The political system must decide, must derail to their benefit when it comes to certain decisions that would have helped Nigeria. Thank you very much for this opportunity, because I'm assuring you that military veterans are divided right now. So many of them are divided on ethnic lines that are looking at his tribe. My mother is Fulani. I am also partly not. Okay, so many people are divided on his service. Some say it's not Air Force or Navy. He's from the military, army. I'm from the army. So many people are saying he's not a non-political party or the other. I am not from any political party. I don't hold membership of any political party. This is very sad that we forget military veterans that died to sit these people in power, and we'll come and honor them while others are still dying. What legacy are we leaving for military veterans tomorrow? those that are living today. So many of my colleagues, they are talking in the chat room. Yeah, don't say bad about him. Don't say bad about him. He made us receive such and such amount. Tomorrow, when there is an increment in the government, will the military veterans automatically get their own, or they will come and protest again to get it? Who has enshrined a law, a rule, to mandate military veterans to have the preference that they are supposed to have?
Thank you so much, Dr. Roy, for joining us at this time.
Thank you.